Hey guys, welcome back to Instructions for Humanity. It is your girl Tahirah, your spiritual teacher. Let's get into this powerful message today. You guys, you're in for a treat because I met another member, or should I say members of my spiritual team. This is going to be a very powerful teaching today. Let's stay focused, pens and piece of papers out today. We are talking about the chakras. There's new chakra system that this particular energies that came to me, they want humanity to now learn about how to transcend your chakras. We're going to be talking about the Ombre Chakra and talking about the Rainbow Chakra, the Black Chakra. What is it? We're going to be talking about the meridian points on your body that you can tap on to release energy. This is also, we're going to be talking about how to cut the cords from old stagnant energy lies within your chakras. Chakras are not what you think that it is. We're going to learn about that. These old relationships, the energies dwell within, and that's why you're having attachment issues and you can't seem to let it go. We're going to be talking about the zodiac gods. The gods, the 12 signs of the zodiac, how it's working with the chakras. So this is all still part of the matrix. I've taken some notes. So let's get into this very, very powerful teaching. So let me first just bring in Shiva and Shakti, which delivered this message to me when I was on my walk. So I'm going to get the energy ready so that we can make sure we get a very divine and accurate lesson today and teaching about all of this, okay? So let me explain to you what I'm doing. This is what they told me. So Shiva and Shakti, they are one and the same. Shiva is the consciousness, and Shakti is the feminine energy. Power. Can't have one without the other. They are dual. They are dual. This is the Shakti energy. They told me this is what to do. So give me a moment. We'll get the energy ready for this message today. Energy is building. Energy is building. Okay, they would like to say something first. So this is, as my hands move out, this is what they're doing to humanity. They're expanding our spiritual chakra system out, further out and further out. So this is how we're going to get to the Ombre Chakra and the Rainbow Chakras. So you may have started with a focal point. You may have started with a particular energy, whether it be negative or positive, and in your life. And you see how that energy has just expanded based off of where your conscious awareness is, where your Shiva awareness is. Wherever your awareness is, the energy will build there. So they are making me to understand that if your awareness is on negative things, it's going to build. It's going to spread like a cancer. If it's on positive things, it's going to spread. The energy is building because this is where humanity is going. We are combining our chakra system. We're breaking out of the chains and bondage of the individualistic chakra system. We are transcending. Everything here has a dual nature. So we also must have ombre chakras, chakras that are connected, woven and interconnected together. So that is what they want me to say about the chakras. So now let's begin. So we must first talk about the separate chakras. You know, you have your root chakra, right? And I'm not going to go, everybody should know all the individualistic things about the root chakra. Well, then you have your sacral chakra, you have your solar plex, and then it starts to move up. You got your heart chakra, you got your throat chakra, third eye, then your crown chakra, and then you got more chakras on top of that. But those are the main ones, right? So what they're letting me know about these chakras is that it's still part of the matrix. So the matrix is an illusionary system, grid, coded system. Keeps everything separate when in fact, really everything is combined. Everything's combined. That's why you have a counterpart. Even Shiva has a counterpart of Shakti, which is the energy, right? The feminine energy. One cannot do without the other. In fact, Shiva is like a corpse without the energy that dwells within, right? So even as you have a counterpart, that's why when you break up and, you know, with your husband, or if somebody passes away, you feel like a part of you died, because that's your other energy that has died, right? When you are in divine unions. So they keep all of these things separate to control us. Let's take, for instance, your heart chakra. Heart chakra is very powerful. It's the gateway to the upper rims of consciousness. If you have a blocked heart, you know you have a blocked heart if you can't forgive. That's why I always say forgiveness is the key and love is the way, right? So it keeps you can only go as far as that one chakra. The chakra is a green in color. So when it's not healed or clear, it's going to be like a muddy green. And when it's cleared, it's going to be very clear, you know, beautiful, bright green in color, right? But you can only go as far as that one chakra, when in fact, your energetic body has the ability to stretch out past the heart and stretch out this way too, to combine all of these chakra systems. So that is why they're telling me it is still part of the matrix, because it does not leave room to connect and express the other through itself, right? So we're going to talk about how to transcend these with the ombre chakras. But what you first have to know is that there's also other energies involved with these chakras as well. I call it the zodiac gods. Every time, every month we move, you know, in Cancer and Leo and all of that, all of these different zodiacs that we're under. We're also under them each age as well. So age is over 2,000 years. So we went from the Piscean age and, you know, to the age of Aquarius. So you're also under a different energy. This is all set up by the matrix, because in reality, there is no separation. In reality, we can transcend all of this. But every month, you're under a particular energy. And just like right now, there's like a bunch of new moons popping off. And you're under that energy, and you're under that sign, right? Sign of Leo, I think we're under. So you're going to be so influenced by these energies. I kind of will equate this to being under a state of hypnosis by these energies, because when you're in a state of hypnosis, it's a suggestible state, and that's why it works. So we go in there, we talk and use positive hypnotic suggestions to the subconscious mind so that you can make the change that you want to see, so your conscious mind doesn't mess it up. It just goes into your subconscious, right? But what these zodiac gods do, they give you suggestions, right? Because they're putting their energy out. But the thing about it is, it's not always good, right? So in a way, they do have humanity under hypnosis while you're under that particular sign, because you are highly suggestible to their energy. Their energy is massive, and it covers this whole earth, right? So that's why you're so suggestible to these energies. And you look at your horoscope like, oh my God, this just happened. Yeah, because you got this huge force that is influencing you, that is suggesting things to you, you know? So I wanted to point that out. So what Shakti, Shiva, want us to understand is that it's time to grow in energy. As you saw the ball of energy, this is how they show up for me. And as when I talk to Yeshua Jesus, it's funny because he builds up a lot of frequency energy in my arms, and my arms stretch out like this, almost like a cross, right? As I talk to my other member of my spiritual team, Mother God of the Living Waters, she has an internal water, so I feel her internally. She is the mother of all, right? She's the internal waters that we are born with. Without water, you will not be on this earth. So I feel her deep within the emotional body, almost down in the womb area, and then up and out the crown, right? And so I have other members of my team as well, but those are the main ones. And there's the great universal spirit also too, and he also has a dualistic nature as well. But what I'm trying to say is that these energies are the ones that have been giving the teachings, right? So I understand who's giving me the teaching because they show up different ways energetically. Okay, so we're moving to the Ombre Chakra. So I'm writing about this in my book. Right now, humanity is under a cleansing of our sacral chakra. Every age, one of our chakras gets cleansed, not just happening on the earth, as above, so below. The cosmic spheres, what they're calling it, their sacral chakra, the collective sacral chakra, is now being cleansed. So it's also being cleansed within us. So your sacral chakra is going to be our second chakra. It's about right below the navel, right? It's orange in color. The element is water. And probably no coincidence why I always talk to Mother God of the Living Waters. We're underneath the element. So if you wanted to work on this chakra, you can send out this frequency. It is the mantra of Vam, Vam, Vam. So we must also take part in this cosmic cleansing. It's what they're telling me. Because if you do not cleanse your sacral chakra, so what's happening, guys, is you think that you do all the right things and you just go to heaven and you get eternal life. But see, what it really is do you fit into the God expression or God equation? There is a cosmic equation of all, and it already knows where this omniverse is moving to. So if you do not compute, if you cannot get plugged into that code, because yeah, this whole system is the original AI. It is the original intelligence, not artificial, just intelligent. We come from a very intellectual omniverse, multiverse, right? So if you cannot plug yourself into that code and fit in, then you get dissolved. Part of you gets dissolved, the other aspect gets reabsorbed back into source, and then some of your energy, believe it or not, goes to us chosen ones, and we use it to become more powerful. Because if you do not use your own energy, then the divine gives it to someone else who will use it. Because honestly, these energies that we exude, they are all meant to help someone. So that's why when you play small and you don't really follow your divine path, you know, you can lose your gifts, and God can give those gifts to someone else who will use it. And so when I had the pleasure of meeting Shiva and Shakti, I probably will post that video, but it was just beautiful how they came into my field of awareness. But Shiva told me that the reason that he's conquered all of these energies, right, the chakras, he's conquered it, and the reason why he's giving me the key, the access code is what he's calling it. He actually calls it the access code to the new Zion and to the new Jerusalem, right? Still not exactly sure what that means, but to the new earth, basically, is what he's saying, right? Okay, thank you. So the reason why he's given this to me is because he knows that I will carry it forward. He says, I know that it won't go limp. It won't die, right? I will carry it forward and forward and forward. So that is why they're giving me these teachings. So we have to cleanse the sacral chakra on a collective level. So all you scary people that are scared of your own systems within, go ahead and click off. You probably won't be moving forward with the expansion of source if you're afraid of everything. Seriously, time out for that. So we have to cleanse it. So what is this sacral chakra, right? It's like the our sexual energy. It's our feelings, it's our emotions, it's our creative expression, right? It also deals with I believe like weight and things like that as well. So you need to get cleansed and you need to get balanced. You cannot be just like having sex all the time, and you cannot be necessarily just abstaining from sex all the time, right? There has to be a balance. You cannot be all fear-based, but then you can't also just be afraid of absolutely nothing where you're just ignorant to everything and you can get yourself into harm's way. So it's about reeling this in, using the mantra bum, sitting in meditation, breathing and just saying bum, getting in tune with it, right? Because we are about to, once everybody gets in tune, and I'm writing about this, once everybody gets in tune and clearing the sacral chakra, they're going to start to expand that out to the, and to make the Ombre Chakra. So as we are going to keep building upon what we have already built upon. So the next chakra would be our solar plexus. So then humanity is going to go to the next age of clearing that. It's going to take thousands and thousands and thousands of years. And we're creating a collective Ombre Chakra. So right now we need to create individual ombre chakras, but we are also working collectively to create the ombre chakras as well. So you have to be balanced out. You have to, it deals with a lot of guilt. If you have a lot of guilt, deals with abuse, deals with being shy and timid. This is when, you know, you're deficient in this energy, is when you're all timid and you're fear and you're neglecting yourself and you're feeling guilt. That's how it, you know, it's not balanced. If you're living under those frequencies, and you know it is getting balanced when, you know, you become friendly and concerned with others, and you become intuitive, right? You might get become clairsentient, you know, like me, have the ability to feel. You know, you might laugh more, have a good sense of humor, have a lot of compassion, right? That's when you know that it's balanced, right? So we have to balance that out on a collective level, is what I'm saying. So the ombre chakras can build that way, because really, it sounds great. Yes, I clear my sacral chakra. We clear our sacral chakra, but you can only go as far as that clearing, when in fact we're being called to blend them all together. So I'm going to give an example. We take the heart chakra, that beautiful green chakra, and then our throat chakra, it's like a lighter blue, and then we got the indigo third eye chakra, right? The third eye is beautiful because not only can you see outside, but you can see inside of you. The only way you can do the shadow work is if your third eye chakra is activated. And then also too, you can see behind you. So you are already fourth dimensional in that aspect, because now you can see from all angles, right? So just if you want to just be on the fourth dimension, just activate your third eye chakra, right? And then you already almost to the fifth dimension already, right? So we're coming upon a time where, and this is the main one that they're giving me, right? So on an individual level, heart, the throat, and the third eye is being combined. So the heart and the mind and the ability to speak truth from the heart space, that's the throat. So what this is going to look like, it's going to look like a lot of truth, a lot of things that have been hidden coming to the forefront. Like these teachings have been hidden and suppressed by religions, by people who fear things that they don't understand. It's been suppressed, it's been hidden because knowledge is power. They didn't want us to have the power, but the divine has given us the power. So what it's going to look like is people standing up more for what they believe in and not being afraid to use their voice. But they're coming from a heart space. They're coming from the loving heart space. But they're also seeing the truth within that thing in which they are fighting for, and they are speaking out about. So you are going to see when people's ombre chakras are activated. I'm getting that this is the third energy, the third energy portal is what they're calling it, of the body. So when you see someone speaking out, like how I do on this channel, right? I have a foundational mantra. Love is the way, forgiveness is the key, truth is the light that guides us home. I'm coming from a heart space. I'm speaking out, but then also I'm giving you knowledge that is not seen outwardly because my third eye is activated. To go within is to have all the answers. All the answers are already inside because you have Mother's water, Mother God of the living water, spirit consciousness inside of you already. You were born with it. That's the gag, guys. There is no external God, right? So when I talk about Shiva and Yeshua, Jesus, and everybody else, these are made gods that humanity makes. These are just energies. But humanity has to take energy and make it in our own image because we won't understand it. That's how we teach children it, because we can't teach something to a child that is unseen. A lot of these children nowadays, you probably can because they're advanced, more advanced than the adults, right? But people get caught up in these stories like they are real. No, these are just energies, and we give them little attributes and characters. That's it. So that's why I say gods are made. But see, these energies have always been, right? So you have all these energies inside of you. It's Mother God of the living waters. Now, keep in mind, I'm giving her a name. I made her, right? I made her because I have given her a name. But in fact, it is just energy, and it is living water inside of you, the substance of life. Without it, none of us would be here. Without water, none of us could sustain life, sustainer of life. Also, the Shakti energy is also a sustainer of life, right? See where I'm going? All of these things are combined. They're just different cultures to explain to you the same thing. That's all that it is. So nothing to be afraid of. But that is the Ombre Chakra, right? So as you see people, this third energy center, this is the one they want me to focus on. The third energy portal is the Ombre Chakra of the heart, of the throat, and of the third eye, right? So you can separately go ahead and cleanse them out separately, because when all of them are separately, like I said, you can only go so far. If you clear your throat chakra, girl, you can only go so far as the clearing of that. The third eye, you can only go so far as the clearing of that, when in fact your mind and your heart are actually one, and in between is your throat. So they all have to work together. But see, the matrix has kept it separate. But see, through Shiva and Shakti, they want us to bring this back and understand that when you make these Ombre Chakras, it actually evokes action, because they want us to take action right now. Now is the time for action and change. So when you actually have the Ombre Chakras all blending together, that's what makes the action that eventually makes the change that you want to see on this earth. Okay, so that's what they're saying. And so when you blend all of these together, you get the rainbow chakra. This is how you transcend your humanity. Transcend this reality that we're in. You transcend the matrix at that point, because the rainbow chakra actually is black. And they're showing me a black triangle. Black triangle, when the rainbow chakra, when all of the chakras are ombre'd together, you do not know where one ends and the other one begins. That's the true nature of what we are, where we are supposed to be, right? You have defeated at that point even the zodiac gods, because when they bring their energy every single month, but you have your rainbow chakra activated, you're standing in the darkness of the universe, basically, where all things are possible, because out of the darkness comes the light. All of the possibilities in the universe are in the darkness. That's the raw matter of the universe. It's the raw creation, right? That dark matter that is just waiting. You know that there's things in this universe, the raw materials, that have not stepped into creation yet. We're all in creation, right? When you step into creation, you have to follow the laws of creation. That's why also too, you seem to can't get off of this reincarnation soul traps, what we're calling it. But see, you're in creation. And in order to get out of creation, you must match the frequency of creation and also create. You must also, aka, become a god, a creator god. Then you can create yourself out of this. A lot of people, especially with their divine counterparts, they create themselves a whole world where another matrix, you can even create another matrix. So when you leave here, you can create the world that maybe other souls will want to come and play in your matrix games, right? That's how deep it is. The mind is everything. So if you are not transcending all of these points in your body, these different energy portals, you can never open up to exit the matrix, right? You just keep them separate. You can see out a little bit, maybe enough to squint your eye in there, but you really can't, make an opening for yourself to exit. And when you have this rainbow chakra activation, the black triangle, that is how you get out, because now you have matched the raw matter, the dark matter that is not in creation. That's the point I'm making. You have to become darkness to get out of here. The light is a trick, beloved. Thank you. Thank you, Lord Shiva. The light is a trick. Creation in itself, guys, is also, it's a double-edged sword. It's good and it's bad at the same time. Because if you're in creation, you're in constant lives and movement and pain and subject to all these things. When you transcend your humanity, when you become the rainbow chakra, when you become the black dot, the black dark matter, the black triangle, then now you are a vibrational match to the raw matter that is not in creation. That's the only way to leave. So you must first, I spoke a lot about this on my channel, you have to be your creator God, your creator God. Yes, but when you are creator God, you're still gonna be in some sort of life, right? But first, you must become a creator, God, in order to return back to the darkness, to the possibilities. Source is infinite possibilities that only gives birth to more infinite possibilities. So source, the expansion of source never ends. That's why you're here. That's why we're in creation. We are taking place in this expansion of the all. It never, 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 never ends. Your creator has a creator who has a creator who has creations. Creator has a creator who has a creator who has creations. It never, never ends up, up, up. And it never, ever ends down, 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 down. Right? But once we get to the 0 point, is when we transcend creation. And that's how you get out of here. But you must first match the frequency of creation. Create, create, create. You must take part in this expansion. That's why you decided to be physical, right? You made a contract to be physical, to take part, to bring these data points back into the dark void for the greater expansion of. That's why you're here, right? So that's the whole point about the rainbow chakra. We transcend duality that way. We match the frequency of the all, because the black holds all things. That's why if you see a black person, they can give birth to, a lot of different, they might give birth to a baby that's white, and they might give birth to a baby that is really, really, really dark, right? So it's the same kind of thing. All the possibilities are in there. And believe it or not, beloved, until you actually become black, become melanated, you're not getting out of here, okay? And what do I mean by that? So melanin in itself, I'm going to go back to helping you guys know how to blend these ombre chakra together. But let me just say this. Melanation in itself holds the keys to the universe. It has divine information codes in there, right? So someone like me who remembers a lot of my past lives, I remember being a woman, like a Roman woman. Now I was still melanated, right? But I didn't have as much melanin. Then I remember my next past life. Now keep in mind, time, it doesn't go like this. We are dropping into these points, right? So right now, as I'm experiencing, my awareness is shined on Tahirah as a black woman. But also too, all of these lives are going on at the same time. So when your awareness is shined on the melanin, yourself that is in many different slits of time, on different timelines and dimensional planes and earths, it's deep. When your awareness gets shined, because you have in a body, see, these melanated bodies are very advanced, and a lot of people don't know how to use it. Okay, I'm getting off track, but just stay with me. Got to say this. A lot of people don't know how to use their melanated body, and that's why when you see a lot of black people out here running amok and acting crazy and just doing the most, y'all haven't seen it. Because this is probably their first go about with the melanated body, and they don't know how to use it. It's very powerful, but you have to understand how to tame it, because you get so much information all at the same time, but if you don't know how to sort it out, it can be chaotic energy, right? It can be chaotic. So that's probably why you see them running amok. They haven't had much experience in a melanated body. But you must have melanation in order to get out of here, because it's giving you certain information. Information is this cosmic sphere that we're in, the multiverse, the omniverse. It's information, and you have to understand how to use the information to plug in to the code to get out of here, the code of expansion and growth, right? So even our organs are melanated. I'm not saying that you have to have like all this melanation, the spillover is what I call it. You've got so much melanation that it spills over and your skin becomes dark, right? But even in yourself, you got melanated organs as well. But what I'm saying is, all these lifetimes are happening at the same time, because time is an illusion. It's actually a defense mechanism to keep you in the matrix. That's what time is. It's fourth dimensional. and it acts as a barrier between the third dimension and the fifth dimension. So if you don't understand that time is not real, that time is an illusion, you're going to be trapped in this 3D matrix plane. And in fact, we are being called higher to the fifth dimension. That's why they always skip over the fourth dimension. Do you notice that? Do you notice that? Because the fourth dimension is it's a layer. Just like your subconscious mind has a layer on top of it. We formed that around the age of 8. And it's almost, they say it's a protective barrier to protect your known associations. So you have your conscious mind, 12%. You have the critical layer of the mind, which is that barrier that you put on your mind around 8 years old. And they say that it's a barrier because, let's say you know how to ride a bike, right? You know how to ride a bike. So every time, you don't have to relearn how to ride a bike. It's in your subconscious mind, and you can just get on your bike and go. You don't have to relearn it again. That's why they say that layer is there. But now that I'm tapping into this thing called time, it's nothing more than a layer to keep the upper realms of consciousness from you. That's what the dimension of time is. So once we understand that there is no such thing as time, that all of these different data points, which is these lives that you're dropping into, all happening at the same time. When you shine your awareness on the one of the lives you're living as a melanated being, my awareness is currently here. Tahirah is the operator of this soul. My awareness is here, and this body has done me well. I've been able to tap in. I've had many lifetimes being melanated, and I have now got the codes. That's why I'm giving you this information, right? So once you shine your awareness on your melanated self, then you can get the codes to plug it in to the greater expression of, and you can get the heck up off this planet. Once you become the black triangle, the black dot, that internal black sun that we have inside is transcending all of these different chakras. And the meridian points too. You know how you have your points where you can tap to release certain energy. Those are the meridian points. We do use that a lot in hypnotherapy. You have to cleanse your energy. You have to tap it out sometimes. Sometimes you have a craving, girl. You got to start. You see somebody tapping, you got to tap that craving out. And it really does work. You have a craving, let's say, is at 8. You keep tapping, repeating a few things, and get down to where the craving is like a 1 or a 2. Or then you can get rid of it. Yeah, it does work. It's lots of work, lots of secrets in the universe, lots of work to do on yourself. But in fact, these meridian tapping points, this meridian system is the same thing with the chakras being separate and these meridians being separate, because each one, they have to do with your internal organs and functions inside of your body. And in fact, the body is all one organ, right? The chakra is, in fact, the rainbow chakra, the black triangle. That's why all your pyramids are triangle. It's the triangle is the code out of here. It's the code out of here. So even when you see people, I don't even know if that's the rock sign or whatever, but really it's a triangle. They understand this is the code out of here. This is transcending. Right? They might do it for a different reason, but this is what I'm getting. This is what I'm knowing, not what I'm getting. This is what I know to be true. Transcends you out of here, right? Because you have to get to this 0 point. You have to transcend your humanity. You must first tap into your humanity, the compassion, the empathy, the, helping other people, feeling sad for other people and all of this, but eventually you will have to transcend it, right? It's just a data point to get out of here. So everything is actually one. There is no separation, just like all of this Shiva Shakti, Yeshua, Jesus, I was talking all of them at the same time, and Yeshua is like, well, it's just another data point, right? It's like, in a way, I need permission from Yeshua, because that's what we're trained, that you cannot talk to other deities. These are all master teachers. And basically what Yeshua, Jesus told me is that, hey, I've taken you to a certain level. This is the next level. You need to go and get this knowledge. And so what this is they're teaching me about energies now. And so Yeshua Jesus doesn't specialize in that. Shiva Shakti specializes in that. So what he's telling me is, I have brought you, sister, he calls me sister, to a certain point. Time for you to expand. That's what a real God, see, a real God, see, that's why I mess with you, Yeshua. Yeshua, that's why I mess with you, because you are a true friend. Not even like skip father and brother and all of that. You just a real one. You just a real one. He's a real one. He wants what's best for me. He wants me to get this knowledge. He's not saying don't have no other gods above me. He knows that Shiva Shakti energy specializes in a certain thing, that I need to have this information so that I can help the greater wide humanity. He's just a real one. And that's why I mess with you, Yeshua. Like, for real. Like, that's my brother, man. Like, that's my brother. Like, that's my brother. He loves me. He loves me so much. The energy, guys, it's all energy. These are just, we make up these names, but I got to give him his props for a moment, because they always say, oh, don't have no other gods before me. But see, this God, even though it's a man-made God, but the energy is real. The energy has always been with humanity. Even all these other master teachers have stood in the Christ frequency energy. You have to, in order to transcend this place, you have to go through the Christ energy. You have to line up with that aspect of creation. We all have to pass through it, right? But see, this is why I mess with Yeshua Jesus. This is why we like one. Because he loves me so much. He's like, I've taught you well, and I've taught you to a certain point. And not that he doesn't have any more to teach me, but he's told me that. It's like, it's almost made him sad. It's like, I'm afraid I have nothing else to teach you. Here, you need to talk to Shiva now and Shakti. And that's why I love him. That's why I always will love the energy of Yeshua Jesus, because he's loving. He's a real one. He is a loving father. He's been a friend to me when I had nobody. He's kept me alive and fueled. I just love him so much. I just love him so much. I love this energy so much. But this is beautiful. But he's like, I'm afraid I have nothing more to teach you. Connect with Shiva and Shakti, and they will see you on the next leg of your journey, right? So it's bittersweet, guys, because when we go up a level, everyone can't go. Everyone can't go. The people in your life you love the most, they can't go. And you want them to go, and you want them to grow with you. But when you realize, like me, that you're just a giant, and that if you try to carry them with you, you will crush them. So they can't go. They can't go for their own protection. They can't go. It's lonely at the top. It's lonely. It's lonely. I guess I talk about cutting the cords now. If you know someone can't go with you to the next stage, not even Yeshua Jesus can go where I'm going. I want you to understand what I'm saying. Not even the God that you praise can go with me where I'm going. Let that sink in, how big this thing really is. Let that sink in. To how expansive Source is. Not even the God that we praise for over 2,000 years can go with me to where I'm going. So the people in my life that play small, why do I think that I can carry them with me when not even the divine Yeshua himself can go with me? Spirit is talking. Spirit is talking. Everybody can't go with you. Chosen one, everybody can't go. So what do? In these, that's why they keep these chakras separate, guys. Because they hold the energy, right? Especially that heart chakra is going to hold the cords, the contracts that you made with other souls that you love. Especially when you make love to someone and you have sex with people, it creates these cords, right? These energetic cords, and they are embedded in these separate chakras. So when you naturally start to merge these chakras, those cords break away for the greater expansion within yourself. So you can go inside of each chakra and cut the cords to these relationships, to the people who cannot go to the next leg with you. Right. Right. So that was beautiful in itself. That was very beautiful. So funny because, every time I'm in meditation and I do some exercise, right? Because we do a lot of different exercises in hypnotherapy to tap into our subconscious mind and find out where our current life script is, and even to find out if you have confidence or not. I do a lot, drawings and things like that. And every single time I've done this, I'm always a giant on the other side. I'm always a giant. Even when I enter the spirit world, people say when they enter heaven and they see all their spirit guides there, and everybody's welcoming them and shouting. And through this guided imagery meditation that we were doing under hypnosis, I saw myself entering that state, that realm, right? That heavenly realm, guys. And it was sad because I was a giant. I was a giant. It's like I was towering over everyone. I was towering over everyone. And even my mom was there, my grandmother was there, and even gods are there, guys. But it was just sad because I was so tall that I couldn't feel that feeling. It almost was like it was so much separation when your spirit is so big. Because even though I'm telling you guys I'm Tahirah, but you don't understand who I really am. Because I haven't said it. I have not revealed to you who I really am. Because I haven't said it yet. But I will. But just know, I love everybody. I love humanity. Just know that's why I'm here. I'm here to help. But it's lonely because even in the spirit world, I'm a giant. And that's why people like me, we come here to earth to lower our energetic frequency so that we can be loved and helped. Because you can't hold someone when you're a giant. When you're a giant spiritually, you crush them. Thank you, Yeshua Jesus. He gave me this teaching a few months ago. But now I'm seeing it come full circle as he passes me off to Shiva and Shakti. You crush them when you're too big. And if you try to dumb your energy down, I've tried to do it so I can be accepted, but then you're doing a disservice to yourself and you end up back here. You're doing a disservice to the divine, to your soul expression. It's lonely. It's lonely. Everybody wants all this spiritual enlightenment. But when you really have it, when you really have it in the spirit, I've been able to see that. I've had clients confirm to me who I am. And while they're under hypnosis, when I'm doing their quantum healing, past life regressions, we take a look at the Akashic records where you can see all things. And they've told me other spiritual names that I go by and who I am. And I will one day share these things with you guys when I'm led to tell you who I really am. But just know that I'm here to help. I'm here to help. And I'm here to hold the sacred space of unconditional love. So even if I yell at you guys, because there's two sides of the coin of love. There's love, pleasant love, and then there's tough love. And there's always a dualistic nature in this universe, which you have to hold. You have to hold the duality and then transcend it, right? But most people haven't even gotten to the duality aspect of them. There's light and there's dark, there's masculine and feminine inside of each and every one of us. But just know I'm here to help humanity. I'm standing in the unconditional love frequency. And when you come here, even if you don't hear my voice, even if you just turn this on, I'm sending y'all all love. You have to know that. Because that's why I'm here. That's why I came. I'm going to leave you with this. Fourth chakra, heart chakra, right? I'm going to activate this Ombre Chakra. The mantra is Yum, Yum. It's green. Deals with forgiveness, compassion, love. So when you're in your meditations, allow that chakra color to get very bright green, where it's kind of like crystallized, where you can see through, right? Let's do that. Go ahead with the throat chakras, light blue. Can show up turquoise as well. It's right here, the bottom of the neck, really. The element is ether, communication, self-expression, soul expression, speaking truth, combining what's in the heart space, the love, compassion, forgiveness, bring it up here to the throat, through the light blue, turquoise looking chakra, speaking divine truth, self-expression, individuality, communication. If you can't communicate, you don't know how to talk, your throat chakra's blocked. If it's blocked, you're sick. They all have to be individually opened and then become an ombre for that portal to get wider and eventually become the rainbow chakra, transcending all light into darkness, holding the frequency of the black triangle, the raw matter that is creation in waiting. So that has all the potentiality in it. That is source. The raw materials of the universe. Potentiality that only gives birth to more potentiality. Even though you think the darkness is nothing. The darkness is void and absent of light. But in fact, it holds all the potentiality that is. Right? Then we got our third eye chakra. It's like the indigo color. A combination of blue and red. It's going to be right like kind of above the eyebrow area. Pineal gland. Mantra is, I believe it's So you sit in meditation with all of these mantras and you focus in on the color, that indigo color, making it very bright and crystallized. You focus, imagine your third eye here, and then you might want to put on some frequency music, right? This will help you. Just put on YouTube activating third eyes. Don't be afraid. Stop being afraid of who you are. Because if you don't activate any of this stuff, you're going to be ruled by the zodiac gods and ruled by your individual chakras, and you will be back here because you have not transcended duality. You have not matched the frequency of duality in order to transcend duality, transcend your humanity. That's your ticket out of here. So if you're scared, you'll be back. You'll be back. You will. You're saying that Jesus is the only way, truth and the light. You'll be back. Because you have to balance out all of this. You will be back here. Heaven is still part of the matrix. They are combined. Yeshua told me this a long time ago. Every time you go to heaven, get recycled, you come back down here, get a new life script, get some new actors, convince your friends and family to come back down here and do it all over again. You see what I'm saying? You don't have to believe me. I know what I know. That's the truth. So, you have to transcend it. So you sit in your meditation and after you clear out each individual chakra, you now do the ombre activation, do all your mantras, and you imagine the clearing of each one and then the collective ombre colors of them all being very bright and open. And it's going to show up in your life as you're balanced finally. That's what's going to show up. You're just living in your divine truth. Feeling from the heart space, loving, compassionate, speaking your divine truth, seeing the truth within and the truth without, seeing all sides. You got to see all sides of this thing. Not just going to have one perspective, a Muslim perspective, a Christian perspective, or, an atheist perspective. You have to see it all. That's why there has to be multiple alternative lives happening. Cannot see it all in one lifetime because you might be born in a certain body or a certain gender that will not allow you, or with a disability or with a privilege that will not allow you to experience it all. There's no way to run from expansion. You can't run from it. Okay? So the faster you can start to work with these individually, making them clear, then you can start to transcend them, make them dualistic in nature. Then, when you're ready, it will become the rainbow chakra, the black triangle. That's your ticket out of here. Ticket out of here. Okay, today I'm going to leave this all right here. I want to say I love you guys. The birds, the bees. And when I say all the trees love you, they're here for you too. Everybody gets a tree. Everybody has a divine tree here. It's your protection. It's your sacred space. That's your pith. Sacred space. Eternal power. Everybody has one here. Love is the way. Forgiveness is the key. And truth is the absolute light that will always, always guide us home. Be well. Be well, guys.